Hi everyone, it's the 29th of August 2017 and this is my harvest video. Say hello Coco. So I've already done quite a lot of harvesting over the last few days. I have got shed loads of tomatoes in my fridge right now. This is what I've harvested today. I've just done one sweet corn just to see if it was ready. The tassels, as you can see, are quite brown and it is beautiful, really beautiful. I just am so pleased with that. Loads and loads of tomatoes galore, the yellow variety, Sun Baby, as well as various cherry tomatoes. I've got my little finger peppers and of course my Scotch bonnet peppers. And the Sakura wasn't quite right, but I don't know, I picked it just to have a look, see what it's going to taste like. I've got the aubergines. These are the mauve ones, which are quite nice. And this one, as you can see, is actually overripe. I left it on too long. Started to go yellow, and I think that's an indication it's overripe. It's supposed to be this colour, this mauvey colour, so I wasn't quite sure how big they grow. And this is the ordinary aubergine, the dark one that you normally see in the shop. Gorgeous. Can't wait for my sunflowers to die off, because I'm actually going to harvest the seeds once they do die off, so I'm looking forward to that. I've got some plum tomatoes here. Some are ready, not quite on a lot of them. And the interesting thing about this bed is that the tomatoes in this one are quite small compared to the tomatoes that I got from the tree over there. So big difference. Got some peppers here that are still relatively green. Some that are going slightly red, as you can see. And I've just emptied out this bed here. I don't know if you remember, I had lots of beetroot and carrots and parsnips here. Cleared them all out, apart from I left the row at the back, and I started planting my winter vegetables. I've got pak choy, turnip, and some salad leaves, some cabbages, not cabbages, sorry, some lettuces that I'm putting in here. Got a second batch of strawberries that have come up now, which is really nice, now that I've got the borage out. I've already started harvesting my celery, which is gorgeous. And these are the tomatoes. I am harvesting so much of this. It is just shocking. I took off 8 beef tomatoes yesterday that were ripe, and I took off another 4 today that were ripe. Loads and loads and loads of cherries. It's just gorgeous. As you can see, my tomato trees are quite large. That one is as tall as a shed next door. I'm going to change the staking that I've done. I've tried to use these tall bamboo poles, but they're no good. Next year, I'm going to use the stakes that I've got on the sides of these beds here. These stakes, I'm just going to obviously not cut them in half. I'm going to leave them quite tall. I'm going to stake the tomatoes, a single stem, to that going up. So that's what I'll do next year. My third batch actually of beans are doing really well. I planted some in March, got a good harvest in June. I planted some again in May, got harvest in July, and I'm still harvesting them. And these I planted in July, and I'm hoping to get a harvest in September. You can see that there are beans coming. Quite small, but they are coming, so it's really good, really pleased. Of course, my pumpkin's growing as well, which is really nice. Still got my basil coming along, which is lovely. This is my tomato and pepper bed. Again, harvested a huge load off here today, which I showed you. There's some Scotch bonnets that one's probably ready to pick. Let's get it off, might as well. Yep, that one's nice and red. There's another red pepper in there. You see, that looks like it's kind of ready. I took one off yesterday that was like that, and would you believe it, that all the green that you can still see on it, all that green actually had turned red by today, so I probably can harvest that. But as I've already taken 2 peppers today, I'll leave it for a few more days to get a bit riper. Some more peppers over here, some lovely sakuras over here. This one there is still pretty, got quite a bit of green on it, so I'll leave it. I've still got lemon cucumbers over here, you can see, which are just delicious, guys. I'm definitely going to grow these next year if the weather's nice. They are so good, really tasty. And oh, I've got so many spiders. Oh god, I hate them so much. Oh, spiders are scary. Okay, see the size of my sakuras, my sweet peppers. Lovely, aren't they? Really nice. Not quite like blood red, so I'm going to leave it a little longer. But I'm still getting loads and loads of gherkins. See? gorgeous, and they taste like, obviously, like cucumbers, really mild, really juicy, absolutely delicious. The same as the lemon cucumbers. These gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Definitely will grow them again next year. So this is the second batch of beans I did. Still getting loads of beans off them, so good. Look, if you look up, it's going all the way up the pole, and there's beans on there too. So these are my aubergines over here, which I've just harvested, a whole batch. There's still a purple one, big enough, but I've just taken 3, so I don't really need to harvest any more just yet. So I'll leave that on for a few more days while I'll cook what I've got. And my sweet corn, oh, so gorgeous. I took off one, as I said, I just showed you the one I took off, beautiful. I'll leave these guys for a little while longer. There's some really tiny ones here that are clearly not ready, but there's some really fat looking ones where the tassels are really brown and they look like they're probably ready. So yeah, really looking forward to having those. And all of my squashes, of course, I've got loads of squashes that are coming along. I'm still getting courgettes, believe it or not. Still getting courgettes. There's some baby ones in there, yellow baby ones in there, which are doing really well. And broad beans at the back. Like I said, I'll never put beans at the back again because that was a mistake. I can't even get to them. So, I mean, I managed to climb over everything to just about get to them, but I won't do that again next year. Mistake. Over here, I've got more pumpkin growing, as well as more spiders. Celery in this spillover bed here. I've got a volunteer tomato tree plant that sort of came up, and I repotted it there, and a second glut of potatoes at the back in this bed here that I actually harvested those potatoes from over here, and the seed potato has still had shoots off it, so I thought, well, I'll shove it in the ground and see what happens, and guess what? It started to grow again. So really, really pleased. I'm going to get a second lot of harvest off one lot of potatoes. And in this one here, Brussels sprouts. So that's actually looking pretty good. My broccoli is looking a bit beat up. I got some of the cabbage worms off of it, obviously munching their way through the leaves here. When I see them, I take them off. But yeah, the butterflies are loving this. But this is really kind of impossible, I think, to cover with a cloth. Obviously the bed covers I had would not have worked because I had no idea that they grow to this large. I mean, this is absolutely enormous. It's like 4 foot tall, really huge. So there you go. I think my cucumber plant is done now. It's got this is the squash plant I planted in with it, and that's got leaves and shoots off the side. Got raspberries this year, which is wonderful. I didn't expect raspberries this year. I've picked all the red ones today and yesterday and ate them all, and this is what's left. So there are no more blueberries. I picked that early harvest and it's all done very well. And then these are my lettuces and some new carrots that I've got growing. So it's all very happy and doing very well. So this is my harvest. Happy birthday, Kai. Bye.